SOSA Gliding Club has been in existence since 1948 and have moved, I think, about 3 times in our history to this airport at Rockton. We've been flying here for 40 years now. Our philosophy is to promote gliding and gliding activities, as well as cross-country soaring and competitive soaring within the sport. The club has tow planes. We have 3 tow planes that we use to pull the gliders. The other type of aircraft we have in the glider fleet, we've got training gliders. So we've got 3 training gliders that a student will do their basic training in. We then have some advanced 2-seat gliders that can do advanced training such as aerobatic training or cross-country training. And we also have some single-seat gliders that range from lower performance early solo shifts all the way through to gliders that are cross-country capable and competition ready.
So to get a glider pilot's license in Canada, you have to do a written exam, which is given by Transport Canada. And along with that, you do a flight test.
The basic mechanism we use is called thermal lift, and the thermals are created when the sun hits the ground heats the air that's in contact with it. Warm air is less dense than cold air, so the warm air will rise. As it rises, it creates a current of air that we call a thermal. If, as a glider pilot, you can find a thermal, you can circle inside that column of rising air, and you can rise with the thermal and climb higher above the ground.
I got into gliding as a cadet. When I was much younger, around 17, actually 15, 16, I decided I wanted to get my license, but I got it through the Air Cadets. That was the best way that I got it, and it was a great way because it was cheap and it was a lot of fun.
Well, the typical day, I arrive at the airfield, I put the glider together, I go on a cross-country flight, which would last 3 hours, possibly, average about 3 hours.
There are women in gliding, but not that many.
In general, women should not be intimidated by flying, by being up in the air and by looking on the world from above.
As far as risks go, this sport always has risks. When people ask me, is it safe? I say, look, I'm not going to tell you that it's completely safe. There are risks to this sort of thing. This is a very safe sport. I tell people when they see gliders, they start to freak out and say, well, there's no engine in it. The gliders are designed to fly without an engine, so I tell them there's the safety in that thing.
It's just something I always knew I wanted to do. No one else in my family is in aviation. It's just an affinity with the air.
Yeah, just a bit of freedom. It's a challenge, and where am I going to go next? There's so many things you could do in this sport as far as as far as challenges. We travel, either we want to go distances, or we just want to see how high we want to get, or we want to go places.